Ahoy there, me hearties! This be Captain Silverhook, and you're listening to the Two Old Pirates podcast. Set sail for an open sea of stories, tales, and some really crazy stuff. I expect you to like and subscribe, lest you be walking the plank. Ha ha ha!
Hello, and welcome to podcast 70 of the Two Old Pirates. I'm Eric, and I'm bringing you a new episode. I hope that you guys have enjoyed everything before. Please, if you're watching this and you're not a subscriber yet, please make sure that you take your finger in that little red button down there, click on it, and subscribe. I'd really like to go ahead and get us to 600 subscribers. We're around 560 now or something like that, and I haven't really asked that much, but if you're watching it, please subscribe. There's 85% of our viewers that are not subscribed yet. So if just some of you guys subscribe, make me pretty happy. Also, my birthday is on Friday. And if we could get to 600 by my birthday, that'd be pretty awesome. Anyways, in today's podcast, we're going to be talking about 10 movies. We'll see if you've seen them, because these are the 10 biggest box office flops of all time. They've lost the most money of any movie ever, as in it per inflation, so anything. So, sit back, relax, and see if you saw any of these movies. Did you waste your time? Did you waste your money? Coming in at number 10 is a movie called Tomorrowland. I believe George Clooney was in it, and it's made by Disney. And Disney's going to come up a lot here. But it was made by Disney. It came out in 2015, and its estimated loss is $171 million. That's how much the movie lost. We're talking about after everything. Remember, all these movies, everything that they made, they still lost $171 million. So, number 9. A remake of the old Peter Pan movie called Pan. It came out in 2015 by Warner Brothers. I saw Tomorrowland, so I'm going to go and say if I've seen them. I saw Tomorrowland. Pan, I have not seen, but it lost $171 million also. Number 8, Mars Needs Moms by Disney, 2011, came out and was a huge flop. It lost $173 million. All right. Number 7, Battleship. I've talked to many students that have said, oh, I remember this movie called Battleship. I really liked it. I can't believe how many people say that they've actually seen it, because Universal Pictures put that out in 2012, and that movie lost $177 million. That's a lot of money to lose. Number 6, DreamWorks. Do you guys remember DreamWorks back in the early 2000s? They came out with a cartoon called Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas in 2003. It was a legend, all right, because it sank. It lost $184 million. So, yeah, DreamWorks did not make a good choice there. Now we're into our top 5. Have you seen these movies? Have you not seen these movies? Will you admit that you saw these movies? And also, will you subscribe? Click that red button. At number 5, Cutthroat Island, a movie from 1995 by MGM. At one point in time, this was one of the biggest, if not the biggest, loser when it came to money for any motion picture. And it lost $187 million. I'm going to say that again. After everything it made, it still lost almost $200 million. That's huge. And number 4, a movie that did not come out all that long ago. It's called Mortal Engines by Universal. Came out in 2018. It lost $189 million. That's why there's no more Mortal Engine movies coming out. When you lose that much money, they don't have faith that you'll ever make any money back. And we have our top 3. At number 3, The 13th Warrior with Antonio Banderas, who was just in the new Puss in Boots movie. Came out in 1999, and Disney made this movie. And it lost $210 million. 13th Warrior. Number 2, some of you might have seen this because Johnny Depp was in it. Oh, Johnny Depp. World famous Johnny Depp. In 2013, Disney came out with a movie called The Lone Ranger. Yes, they remade The Lone Ranger. And it was all alone because it lost $221 million. I want you to think on that. That's almost $250 million it lost. So all the people that went to the movies to go see that, after all that money came in, it still lost $221 million. So yeah, that's Johnny Depp right there. That's Johnny Depp. And the number one. And I don't know if anybody will overtake this. You would have to be colossally stupid to go ahead and put this much money into a movie and then lose this much money. But there was a movie that came out in 2012 by Disney again. And it was called John Carter. And it was a futuristic thing about a guy who lands on Mars and he has to kind of survive and stuff. Came out from Disney in 2012. And it lost $236 million. $236 million. That's how much it lost. And it made like $180 million in the box office. And it still lost $236 million. So out of the top 10, Disney is responsible for 5. So they're responsible for half of all the movies. So if you ever go to Disneyland or Disney World and it costs a whole lot of money to get in, and French fries cost a lot, and hamburgers cost a lot, and drinks cost a lot, they've lost a hell of a lot of money on some of these movies. Now we know that they made tons of money on other things, the Star Wars thing and everything like that. But the thing is, they're still embarrassed, when you have 5 of the top 10 biggest box office bombs, and you're responsible for them. So, how many of those did you see? Did anybody in here see John Carter, The Lone Ranger, 13th Warrior, Mortal Engines, Cutthroat Island, Sinbad Legend of the Seven Seas, Battleship, Mars Needs Moms, Pan, or Tomorrowland? You guys see any of those? I can tell you off the top of my head, I've seen John Carter and we bought the DVD. I know, I'm a loser. Number 1 movie, biggest loss ever, we own it. Number 2, The Lone Ranger, never wanted to see it. Number 3, 13th Warrior, saw it once like in the early 2000s, was not that impressed. Number 4, Mortal Engines, tried to watch part of it, was so dumb I turned it off. Number 5, Cutthroat Island, never wanted to see it. Number 6, Sinbad Legend of the Seven Seas, never saw it. Number 7, Battleship, never saw it. Number 8, Mars Needs Moms, never saw it. Number 9, Pan, never saw it. And Tomorrowland, like I said, I saw that once and I couldn't tell you anything about it. So there. I haven't seen most of these. I guess if I would have seen them, they would have done a little bit better. But I hope that you enjoyed this very, very short podcast over the top 10 biggest flops in motion picture history, and that you will go ahead and subscribe. Remember, my birthday is Friday, February 24th. Just click the subscribe. If you're watching this, click the subscribe. Show the dude some love. Let's go ahead and get this up to 600 by my birthday. If you have any questions, comments, go ahead and let me know. If there's any movies that you thought were big flops, I'll go ahead and comment on those underneath this video. Because there's a lot of movies that they thought were bigger bombs. These are the top 10. So, like, subscribe, share. Have a great time, and I'll be coming to you soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.